Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll see the runner-up and Rookie of the Year balloting Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns as they'll square off against Tom Brady and the Super Bowl champion New England Patriots. With that, let's head on up to Foxborough. Standing by with the call at Gillette Stadium, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Cleveland Browns. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. Happy to be with you. And CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
There's Mike Nugent now to put this one in the air. And we are underway in Foxborough. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here's Cleveland's offense under the guidance of quarterback Baker Mayfield. Week 6, lost to Seattle 32-28. Back and forth game. Baker Mayfield 22 of 37. So not the best completion percentage. Did have a passing touchdown and also his first rushing touchdown of his career.
But when you think about what's happening with him and Cleveland, so many great plays, the problem is turning the ball over. All those interceptions he's thrown. He threw 3 more against Seattle. And it reminds me of what an offensive coordinator told me recently about what he tells his quarterback. I want you to be aggressive, but I want you to be smart. You figure out where the line is.
14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Alert, 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 alert! 51 the mic, boy, 51.
Mayfield on play action. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. And a look now at the starting offense for the Browns.
So let's all work together on this one because it's natural to just watch the football. But I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the 2 guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start to make progress.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
He finds Beckham complete, and he's going to get this inside the 30. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. From 17 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes Tom Brady and the New England Patriots offense. And it was another night at the office for number 12 on that Thursday night in Week 6 against the Giants. Threw for 334 yards. I don't care about that. The stat that I want to talk about, 2 touchdown runs for Tom Brady, and he wanted to get that second one.
Now, do you count them as runs when they're sneaks?
No, they're more just like fall forwards behind a good offensive line.
But he does it so well, doesn't he? Because a lot of quarterbacks cannot execute the sneak properly. Tom Brady has made it art form. And what was really interesting about it is when I look at those final numbers of 41 for 334, there were times in that game, I don't know what you thought, I thought he was actually struggling. I didn't think he played all that well. Yet at the end, 31 of 41, 334, 2 touchdown runs, and oh yes, a win.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now Brady. Open man is Gordon, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they got themselves a first down. Brady now on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
A big play there for New England. 42 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. Brady now going to leave it with Michel on the draw. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Brady gives to Michel. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Brady. As a man, and it's Edelman for the Patriot touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Browns offense coming back onto the field here. We mentioned earlier their loss to Seattle in Week 6. Back-to-back losses now. And you think about it, Charles, at this point last season, the Browns actually had a better record than they do right now at 2-4.
Hard to believe. And remember what we said?
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Danny Shelton muscles his way in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Check, check. Watch the before. Watch the before.
From the gun, Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The 6-0 Patriots coming back out onto the field here, Charles, and that means that I want to play a game called Who Can Give Them Their First Loss, if anybody, because they have 3 of the next 4 on the road at the Jets, who look better with Sam Darnold back beating the Cowboys, and then they come home for the Browns. But anyways, you tell me who could give them their first loss.
Well, they do have 2 very interesting road games after the Browns game, at Baltimore and at Philadelphia, and you would think those would be the most difficult ones. I'm centering in on the Browns because they will be a very desperate team by the time that they play New England, plus the pass rush with Myles Garrett and crew. And that New England offensive line has had its share of struggles here in the early going despite being undefeated to date.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brady. And this is going to be incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Working from the gun. It's Brady. He's got him in. Complete. It's Julian Edelman. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Edelman coming off another big game in Week 6 against the Giants on Thursday night. 9 catches, 113 yards, both season highs, and that's now back-to-back 100-yard games as he went for 110 against Washington the week before.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
And because they couldn't hit the long field goal, they are set up nicely offensively at the 41, 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And trying to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And that will force a turnover on downs. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Yeah, get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Wait, that 53.
51's the mark.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Brady's throw on third down there is incomplete. The Patriots send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And they'll play keep away from the returner, as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 13. Now Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Speaking of Odell Beckham, he went over 100 yards in that loss to Seattle in Week 6. 101 yards to be exact, 6 catches. Second 100-yard game for him as a Cleveland Brown, but people are waiting for him to find the end zone more. Just 1 touchdown catch through 6 weeks. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Okay, now I want to revisit what we were doing earlier, contender versus pretender. We did the AFC, let's rock the NFC here. Starting with the New York Giants.
Pretender, but much improved.
Okay, NFC North, how about the Vikings?
Contender, no doubt about it.
Carolina in the South, what do you think there?
Contender and ascending.
Okay, quarterback play has become a good thing for them. Finally, out west, how about the Arizona Cardinals?
Pretender. The division's just way too tough. There are 3 teams better than them.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Kyle Van Noy coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 22 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Brady now to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. On the crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver, was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Here's Brady to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
Well, that's the second time they've gotten to Brady, and you've got to do it a variety of ways. You want your regular pressure. Sometimes you have to bring extra. But in this case, they got to him, and that just doesn't happen very often.
It's a rarity. He's just such a veteran. His pocket presence so good. But, hey, tip of the cap to the D. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming. Shotgun now for Brady. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Julian Edelman with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Patriots have taken the lead. And he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Nugent hits the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, we got a second. Let's look ahead to Week 7 and what's on the slate. Things start out Thursday night. Kansas City at Denver, divisional battle.
Suddenly an interesting game. Kansas City having lost their last 2, and Denver now playing defense as we expected. But how about the NFL 100 Game of the Week? Oakland at Green Bay, a rematch of Super Bowl II.
Also have New Orleans at Chicago and Philly visiting Dallas on Sunday night.
That is a huge one in the NFC East.
Yeah, both teams 3-3. The winner will have the lead in that division. 23 yards the pickup there. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That's taken in by Callaway. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend. Don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Brady going to throw. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Brady. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. Now, with that incompletion, let's do something different. I'm going to go through a few teams that are on losing streaks, and you tell me if there's reason for concern there. Let's start with the Cowboys.
Definitely reason for concern. Not as dominant on defense as they should be, and offensive line injuries.
3 straight losses. They're 3-3. How about the Chiefs? 2 straight home losses.
Yeah, they just can't stop anyone running the football.
Okay, and then the Rams, 3 straight losses for them.
Yeah, definite reason for concern because they cannot get the running game figured out. Todd Gurley not touching it enough, but can he?
And then the Browns. Everyone was so high on them before the season started. What about now?
So many expectations. That's part of the problem they have right now, but they still will be contenders in their division.
Quickly back to the Chiefs, though. Are you concerned about them? They're still a real contender here, aren't they?
Still a contender, but I'm concerned as heck on defense for anyone who wants to be committed to running the football.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a play fake. Brady. Able to get this to Gordon. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Brady. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Brady now on 3rd and goal. And that will be incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of the half. They'll be real excited.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. This time they stay on the ground. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the 1st half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? And after that touchdown, we are just a PAT away from a tie game. And I know everyone's going to look at it and go, guess what? Tie game, all even, They just scored. If they kick this extra point and tie it, they're going to feel like they're the ones that are in control.
Seibert on for the PAT. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. But they are all even to this point. So to see if either side can pull away, Let's get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the start of the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Brady gives this to White, and he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football, but these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Shedding the tackle, and it gives him some room. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
I'm not sure this is how they had it drawn out on paper, but this is going to work out for them and then some, right? They've got a big chunk they've got to pick up. They decide to check it down, and he just turns into a pure athlete and makes a huge play for them.
A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. And it's Michel once again. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 26. Now, how many times have we seen that? 3rd down and Tom Brady turning to old reliable Julian Edelman. There's no Rob Gronkowski now. Edelman, the main holdover, the 33-year-old who was the Super Bowl MVP last season. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now Brady. Complete to Watson, the tight end. And it stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Brady to throw again. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Josh Gordon there to make the grab as his guys are able to regain the lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Nugent tacking on the PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Let's go.
There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. but it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
They go play action here on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, a 22.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. They run it again with Chubb. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 yards there, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt. He scored on the ground and through the air as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will tie us at 24. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was finished off by the 14-yard touchdown run. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
On second down, Michelle. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. Well, there's no shortage of great young runners in the NFL, but don't forget about that guy, Sony Michel. First-round pick in 2018. Almost hit 1,000 yards as a rookie, 931 to be exact, to go along with 6 scores for the former Georgia Bulldog. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw with Brady. It's complete. James White. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
From the gun on third down, Brady. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Give the tackle there to Morgan Burnett. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Brady. answer. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
On 2nd down now, it's White, and just a couple yards there down to the 17.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he'll have his man, that's Edelman. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Brady. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Greedy Williams, the rookie out of LSU, there to knock it away. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 2nd down, it's White. And once again, he'll get possibly back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Brady. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that drive was going pretty darn well. 3 previous times, converted on 3rd down. But on that one, the defense rose up and said, enough of that.
And Nugent puts it through. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one going the wrong direction. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and the receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Julian Edelman, 46 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. With his guys trailing here in the fourth, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards there, a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Well, as far as plays go, there's nothing to write home about on that one because that one gets him negative yardage. But if you do want to find a positive, he found a way to get out of bounds and stop the clock.
They go play action. Mayfield. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kyle Van Noy picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Yeah, that's intercepted. It's the all-pro corner, Stephon Gilmore.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Brady deferring to White on the draw. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And the throw there going to be incomplete. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
They juked him, muscles him off. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Now Mayfield. He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
While we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore, I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They'll run with Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb. His second touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
Well, let the natural light of today reflect that he is now getting into the end zone 2 times.
Look at you. You're a little Ralph Waldo Emerson, is that his name?
No, I was just going with the meteorologist. I said it was a day game. I'm here.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Here's White. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. He hits White, complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On play action, it's Brady. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. On the ground, Michel. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Again, it's Michel. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Mayfield and the Browns down 34-31, 1:12 to go. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. They begin this drive with Chubb. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, This intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Back to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. The last catch nearly got him at first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They'll look to throw. Flush, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Kyle Van Noy in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be caught. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair. Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Patriots winners here at home as we say so long from Foxborough.